There we go.
Is that all right?
Yeah, no, I think we've lost a picture then.
This says BTC chamber then.
Well, mine says strange because I only did.
I don't mind not looking at myself.
Yeah, me neither.
It's okay.
Oh,
There.
video off. No.
It's a landline, social, yeah, I'm trying to message it.
There we go.
Okay, fine. Right, Mr. Mike Smith. This is the opening, as we go a public session before we start the meeting. So Mike, I know you're coming along to, you'll say a few things. Yes. Yes. I mean, yes, I'm gonna go at the end so we can come over to see you.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay, it's just a quick one, Chairman. Following our conversation, etc., yesterday afternoon, I'd simply like to suggest that in order to avoid more ripples of discontent on social media about omitted notice flag raisings, that they be included when you come to discuss item 6, as missed in the Buckingham What Matters to You.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
all right.
I'll stay for a bit for the excitement.
You can say it for a bit, okay, and we can bring that forward to service then, although we do have business that we have to do first. First item on the agenda, so we'll go into a meeting for that. Thank you. Election of chair, we have to chair for the subcommittee for the forthcoming year. Are there any nominations?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate you, Councillor John Harvey.
Thank you, Councillor Rowland. There's a seconder.
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Rowland. Are there any other nominations? Feel free. Okay, in which case, thank you very much for your affirmation. Should we vote on that formally? Let's vote on it formally. Okay, there we go. Right. Thanks very much. Okay, are there any apologies for absence? I'm assuming not, but ready to get it. Good.
Are we all, is this us, is it?
We are all here.
Oh, right.
All the people who ticked the
Wow.
box and said they'd be part of this committee, we are all here. Yep. Okay, election of vice chair. Councillor Davis.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Rabina Ahmed.
Okay, is there a seconder for Councillor Rabina Ahmed? Councillor Hayes, thank you. Any other nominations for vice chair? Okay, you're cool with that, Susan?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, let's all vote then for that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so going forward, I will name as chair and Councillor Rabina Ahmed will be in question. We can carry on. Okay, thank you very much. Declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest? There aren't usually any declarations of interest here. Okay, thank you. We'll do the minutes. The minutes, okay. People happy with the minutes? The last meeting, okay. I propose that we review and agree them and accept them.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Agree. Okay, fine. We'll just vote on that. Okay. Right, we'll come to item 6 now, which obviously been highlighted already. Looking at appendix A. Shall we go straight to the list of events coming up? Because that's a standard thing that we always do on the back page. I think what we've heard a suggestion of is that should include flag raising as well as formal events that we've got in the calendar. What do people think about that?
Yeah, I think including the flag raising and possibly the place and time would be really helpful for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. There was a query raised at the meeting on Monday about whether the flag raising for the Remembrance Sunday would happen on the Sunday itself, which is not the 11th, or would happen on the 11th, which is when it normally happens. Because the dates on the list of town centre events had the same day for the flag raising and for the Remembrance Sunday parade.
Has that been decided yet?
Well, it was signed off at the TC&E meeting on Monday, but I think it's a glitch, which I don't think anybody else noticed.
Yeah.
It was only brought to my attention by an observer, Mary from Figure El Monte, who watches the meetings. She said, "What about this? This is not the same day as usual."
Yeah.
Which time we bring past that point on the agenda, and I saw a message. So maybe that could be looked into as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just to Sarah, I do think the 11th of November is an important day.
Yeah.
And it seems to generally be civically
yeah.
recognised all over the place. I think we'd be out of step in a way. But also, I don't think it's the right thing to do not to recognise the 11th of November.
Yeah,
I think you're just pointing it out.
I
It's just
I
a
think it's
glitch.
just a glitch. I don't think it's
Yeah.
correct. As I say, normally it does always happen on the 11th. It only gets a little bit more complicated when the 11th happens to fall on Sunday, because then there's a lot of work to do the parade and sort out the flag raising. But on this occasion, they're separated by a couple of days, as they often are. Yeah, Helen.
I agree, the flag raising as such should be included if it can be without running into a second page. I suppose my question is, how many more events can we squeeze into the back page?
Yeah, there aren't many flag raisings. The only ones I can think of is the Pride flag, Armed Forces flag, Commonwealth flag, Remembrance flag. Are there other flags that
There are.
there
I can bring the calendar of events up and give you them all if you'd like.
What
The George's Day, do we do that?
There's all these,
Merchant seamen, something?
yeah.
Yeah, we do that.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just going to say, instead of including like all the flag raisings for the year ahead, do we not just do it section by section? So surely it shouldn't
Oh, yes,
impact,
it's only.
it shouldn't impact our listings too much. There might be an additional 3 flag raisings or
Yeah,
something per edition.
Yeah. I think it's got to be squeezed in
Yeah.
somehow, essentially. Yeah. Okay, I think we'll agree on that.
Yep.
So any
I think
flag
it's a good
raising in the
idea.
period on which is on the back page would now include any future flag raising on
Yeah,
the back page and so on. And also that press releases should go out in the same way they do for other events too.
yeah.
And on social media, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. But
Could we have a list for the next meeting of all the flag raisings?
yeah.
So we can then look through it. Maybe there's some that we don't want to put on or don't do, or,
There are on the calendar of events, which is literally everything is on there. And there's no reason why they can't be looked at. They are, and I think they've all been shared, the calendar of events has been shared to all.
It has, yeah.
Right.
It was on the agenda.
okay, I'll look at mine
There
then.
is.
But I think, yes, because it's about timing is quite important, because other events can happen over sometimes a couple of hours or whatever. Often the flag isn't going to happen for 5 minutes, so you've got to be there on time, kind of thing. So we'll need to check that out.
Yeah, so would the admin then just look at the calendar events and pick out the next section? So if it ain't on there, they won't think about it. Right,
And
okay.
there are some flag raisings that have been a bigger event than others.
Yeah.
Depending on what the raising is for. I'm not suggesting any aren't important, that's not what I'm trying to say.
No,
But
absolutely
some
not.
have got, you know,
Yeah.
have a greater
A
impact
higher
than others.
status as others. Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Can I also add that, as the current chair of ECDI, we are in the process of trying to pin down a date for an event for Black History Month. So I think I've spoken to you before, Anna, about the deadline is in August for this next edition. So I'm hoping to have formalised plans for whatever we're going to do in October and get that out to you as well.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it'd
we're
be
going
great
to
if it
meet
could be-
CDI next week, haven't we, I think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Sorry, you're going to go on?
No, that's fine. I was
Okay.
just saying that hopefully, within the next month latest, we'll have details for you.
So you need to take a vote.
Okay, we'll do a vote on the flag raising.
Who proposed to second?
I think I'm proposing it. Would you like to second it? Ravina, okay. All those in favour? Okay. Everybody. Okay, let's go through to what, so as long as you want now, Mike, but that's the issue that you wanted to raise. Yeah. Okay, let's go through the rest of the suggestions for the autumn edition of Buckingham Matters. So, front cover image. Do we have any suggestions for that? We don't have any things, do we? Autumnal image, I think, is that agreed? Yeah. So, yeah, Ravina?
So I was going to say, this is the last edition before, until the new year.
Yes.
So could we have like anything, I don't know, autumnal going on Christmas for this one, as it's the one which will have all the information about Christmas events too.
We have done pictures of the fair before now, sort of
Okay.
aerial images of the fair.
Right,
It'll come out, when does it hit the doormats?
in September,
In September.
yeah,
Chris, I think we might get criticism for
okay,
putting Christmas out there too early. What
okay.
people like things.
Speak to the shops and supermarkets.
Well, that too, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just a thought, you know, if it's coming out in September, there will be things like that would have just happened, like Fan Down, which is the end of August. Those kinds of events they will be relatively recent in people's minds. In September, there's the dog show. So we would have last year's images of the dog show that we could potentially use if they've got all the right disclaimers, etc. I'm trying to think about something that's relevant specifically for around September.
Do you have any pictures of a dog frolicking in like the
Snow.
I was going to say frolicking in the fall
really
and
bad.
autumnal leaves or something.
okay, so a dog in leaves. Good.
Yeah, with like, you know, the orange and brown shades and
But not a
everything.
dog dressed up as Father Christmas.
No, that's too soon.
Okay, right. Okay, let's look at something like that then. Okay.
I think, sorry,
Go on, Jane.
I just think it has to be something, you're getting into the darker nights, we want to
Yeah.
get that sort of cheery feeling, anything that's got lights in it. And bearing in mind also that not everybody around here is Christian, that, you know, some sort of sparkly, lighty things, might also be helpful.
Obviously, we've got lots of pictures of the bonfire
Yeah,
and so on. I mean, there's a lot to choose from.
fireworks.
Or a dog in front of a roaring fire in one of our pubs.
Well, I have a picture of dogs in front of a roaring fire because I've got my dogs in front of a roaring fire.
Are they in Buckingham at the time though?
No, they're in Quainton.
Would anybody know?
Slightly disclaimers.
Little,
They're not geolocated.
Deciding on the action.
No,
We're just giving a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that obviously at the next meeting and it'll be online as well. Okay, fine. Thank you. Message from the new mayor, obviously, assigned to you, Fran, and you'll do your usual stuff. Town events, these are all the events we're doing, well, current, future, it all gets meshed now into one, doesn't it, in terms of all those things that are listed there. It's a lot, the town council does a lot. This time of year especially, there's a lot happening. So those are mostly photographs with a line or two description and so on. 4 pages for that, yeah, Martin.
Why the current events, 2 of them have been cut out of, why is there a line between that and the one above?
Only because it depends on when it actually hits people's doormats. It might have happened, or it might be yet to happen.
So the ones in the box where you've got green grass, these bizarre, blah, 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 they would have taken place by the time it hits their doorstep. The dog show and the river inch will be imminent, and then future is beyond imminent.
Okay,
That's essentially how it's been done.
right.
We don't tend to put those titles down anymore, do we? We just put them all on 4 pages.
Okay. And what about the bike club? Are we just sponsoring that, or does that not come into this?
We are collaborating on that.
Oh, that's a
So
different
sorry,
word,
you-
is
no,
it?
you are, no, it's sponsorship, and technically, yes, we should put that.
Okay then, thank you.
Okay, so that's something to like.
But that will be, the last one, I think, is August, or is it September?
I think it's September.
It'll be part of
September.
it, yeah,
Well, no, it could potentially fall in what's
Oh.
happened and imminent. I
okay.
think it's September is the last
Yeah,
one.
5, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
last Saturday.
May, June, July, August, September.
yeah, September's the last one.
It's good, yeah, busier than May's.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
It was a half
yeah,
day.
it was good. It was, yeah, it was nice.
Okay. Right, moving on then to what your council town council achieve. 2 pages, versions of the annual town meeting reports. That's what we normally do. Is that okay with everybody? A lot of this now is standard.
Yeah.
We've got to standardise the approach. Obviously, the words change from one year to the next. To the usual, your views count, list of councillors, events diary. We just talked about the events diary, now including even flag raising. Okay, so suggested articles, just a quickie, can we put all these in, or are we going to be, do we need more articles, or do we need fewer articles?
That reaches the exact count, but I'm happy to change
Wiggle.
suggestions.
Okay, thank you. Right, so half a page on the new deputy mayor. Yeah. And that's what we normally do. Is that okay?
Do we always do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I?
Sorry. I used to take all the text.
It's about.
We have to have pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I'm afraid
Yeah.
it's like a cult thing, you know.
Yeah, there needs to be a picture.
Yeah.
Bigger the picture, the less words.
Full bio,
Okay.
It'll look great. We'll be there. So, your system.
And you might want to make a decision over whether the new deputy mayor reads its newsletter.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a bit late in the agenda, but
It's been about, I think, 5 or 6 years since I did the last one.
okay, okay. We normally have a different person each time, but it would be nice. Would you be up for that?
Yeah, I don't mind.
I thought there was a nice synergy to it. That
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
that's
all right.
fine.
But
Yeah, it's
I
only
think
audio, so that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, we'll come to that later on, but it's on the agenda, isn't it? Okay, mayor making civic awards, half a page on that. That's basically a couple of pictures, isn't it, really?
Very nice, yeah.
Generally. Grant funding, reminding people to put their grant applications in, half a page again, standard for the autumn edition. Gosh, I look at some churchyards, they get away with the angles of some of those gravestones, but obviously you notice to people, we know there's a history to this, letting people know that there's going to be memorial safety inspections. Brackley Road, does it need half a page?
There would be some nice pictures accompanying it that Nina has taken and shown me, so we could make it smaller, but there would be some good pictures.
Yeah,
Okay, all right,
and
We
it's,
can debate it and see how much text there is.
okay,
It's the sort of thing where if you wanted to give more time to something else,
You
you
could
could take it
squeeze it
from
out.
there, but we
Yeah.
could fill half a page if you wanted us to.
Yeah.
That's ultimately where we're at.
it's a good thing to put in because in times gone past, it's been very,
contentious.
thank you,
Yeah.
that's the word. So,
is it still contentious?
People have long memories, John.
Yeah, I know that, I know that. Okay, then a page on fireworks and bonfires.
Blimey.
I actually, since putting this together, I have another article which I would like to add. I've met recently with the head of the volunteers at the Chantry Chapel, and they're looking to promote the Chantry Chapel as a place for community groups to meet and things like that. So I was hoping that maybe I could add a half a page towards promotion of the Chantry Chapel space and what they do there. So perhaps we could take half of that page for that if people were happy with that.
Okay, yeah, Rebecca?
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that because it's a, you know, central, very local place, which I think would be really useful for people in the community who are looking for some sort of small event or gathering place.
Okay, all right, Jane, then Fred, Jane?
I'm just checking, it's nothing to do with us though, it's not a town council thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not town council things, I don't know, does this open the door to lots of other not town council things?
A little bit of my call.
Yeah, my heart says it's good, and
Yeah.
I just,
Technically, I
if we've got a criteria, we need just to check that we're going against it, or that we don't want to go against it.
It's a good point, Jane, Fran.
I was just going to say that Chantry Chapel was possibly going to be withdrawn from National Trust funding
Yes.
not very long ago. So I think that promoting it, its use is a good thing. Whether that is in line with our policies, etc., I don't really know. But it is a case of use it or lose it, isn't it?
I just want to take it back and check that it
Yeah.
isn't outside of our remit, and
Yeah.
can we kind of leave it that if it's permissible, we put
Yeah.
it in, and if it's not, we don't, and then we've got the best of both.
Okay, all right, hang on, Heather, then Rebecca, Heather.
Yeah, we use the Chantry Chapel for the U3A group that I run, and we've been doing that for a few years now. And it is a good venue, and it's the oldest. I think it's the oldest building in
Yeah,
Buckingham,
it
so it has a sort of historic significance as well.
Oh,
The National Trust did confirm recently that they weren't going to shut it down. It was under threat, but it's not anymore. The only thing I would say is you can't get Wi-Fi in it because it's a very old building. So it's only certain events it would be suitable.
Probably a good thing.
Can be a good thing for certain things, Ravina.
Yeah, I was just going to say, perhaps we can look into whether there's any way we can do something with them, like for the benefit of the town council.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
met with them about that
Yeah.
today, and then we had a big discussion. I'm going to put some of my findings to TC&E in a report, so that
Right.
will be history month.
Yeah, I was thinking I might pop over there, and
Yeah.
they haven't been in there for ages, and see if it's actually a suitable venue for something that we might be doing through
Mhm.
ECDI.
Nice.
Yeah, it could well be.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
to be honest, it's not really come up on my radar before, because we've looked at other areas. And obviously, when we use, say, the university or whatever, everyone gets a slight promotion. But if we could collaborate with them in that sense, and they could help out the town council, then
Mhm.
there shouldn't be anything wrong in helping them get some promotion.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
I mean, we do collaborate with the university.
Hmm.
We have promoted, or I've
Yeah.
got the Pontiac group and everything else, but
Yeah.
that's not met for ages, but, yeah, I think maybe some sort of collaboration, maybe we need to sort that out in some other place.
Yeah,
Then,
I was going to say, when you went to see them, obviously there was a town council thought behind it.
Yeah.
What was your?
Oh, so this is I'll try to be quick, I'm not very good. This is leading on from, they were involved in a colouring trail, so I went in there, met the volunteers a little bit, and they were very eager to speak to me some more. So I went back in, I took some pictures of there, and I've posted it on the Discover Buckingham Facebook and Instagram. That posted really well. We got over 200 likes and people all commenting about how they were interested in it and things like that. And then it got me to thinking about the fact that as the Chantry Chapel is owned underneath Stowe, they don't have any of their own separate social media pages. They don't have any kind of separate promotional content. So it made me interested to see if that was something that they would be able to do, or if there were other ways we could work with them to support them. I was also interested in Heritage Week later this year, and if there was any events that the town council could maybe do in partnership with other community groups for Heritage Week in the Chantry Chapel or in the old jail. So just wider ideas of joint work.
Yeah,
and
so that sort of gets them, we'll get them in on a sort of your council's here to help you type thing.
that's a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a burgeoning, growing, nurturing, whatever, relationship with them, which is, I think, good.
yeah.
And also if we do Black History Month event in there, that would be good as well.
Yeah, I might pop over, if
Yeah.
not today, then
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Good idea to be the contact
Okay,
for the
great.
head of the volunteers.
Yeah, no, that'd
I
be
mean,
great.
they have chairs in there. I went
Yeah.
to a festival event in there last year.
Yeah.
and things and so on. So
Got a loo in there as well.
Yeah, because you
And
know,
there was the community board did some youth stuff.
Yeah,
in there.
there's that hangouts thing that the,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it is used by the community.
Okay, so I think we're agreed, we can do a half page on the bonfire and half a page on the Chantry Chapel promotion stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, Black History Month, we talked about that a couple of times now. Something about it might be the
Yeah.
reasons for it, in the sense of mini display that we have
Yeah.
up in the
so
library.
Anna already contacted me about this page, and I explained to her that the plan that we were going with originally has not worked out, so we're now looking at alternatives, but whether it's something that we as the town council do ourselves, or we collaborate with, say, the university or another Buckingham-based group or the schools, we are definitely going to promote it and celebrate it somehow. So I think even if we simply collaborate or support someone else, I think we have done things in the past couple of years which are still relevant and which need exposure, so the community knows that, you know, we are acknowledging, celebrating Black History Month. And so I think it's great to have a page in here.
Right, okay, agree.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think what.
Okay, then half page on promoting the Discover Buckingham website and social media. And I know we're just about to start a TikTok account, are we not?
If it's agreed.
Okay, it's great, we might be discussing it, but something about that, letting people know
Yes,
the
and
various handles and so on.
I have been updating the Discover Buckingham website listings of local businesses and things like that. So I think it would be good to maybe say something to refresh people's minds as to the fact that there's this website that does have all information on local businesses and events, and just get them to maybe think about it as a place to go to find out what's happening in the town.
Okay. Jane?
I keep popping up today.
It's all right.
No, just to say that Rotary on the 24th of June is having a sort of similar thing, but it's for all local charities. So
I'll be there.
So we're just this whole long. There's loads of us, loads of charities. It's wonderful. So they've all been invited to come along. Fairly close, 5 till 7, something like that. So that's another event going on. Not to go and hear it anyway, but just to say that we could try and encourage charities to get together.
Right.
Yeah, well.
It's good. And then the 3/4 page on the Railway Walk voluntary group. I'm just wondering whether that could include an update of what exactly is happening about the money that's been found, millions of pounds, to upgrade the whole route. Do we know anything about what's happening?
They've made a bit of a start. They've cut back some of the trees, but they basically haven't yet started. But we keep getting updates. I don't know whether the officers have any latest information, but Lee is being kept up to date with what's happening. And the last one was still saying they hope to start in the summer. Whether they'll finish this year or not, I don't know. But the more it rains, the more difficult it's probably going to be. So I guess we'll have to see whether they manage to get all the way along this summer or not. But there's plenty of things that the group can do around about. I mean, starting in the Bertie's Walk Orchard, which is quite away from there. There's some siding we can do on some of the banks, which will interfere with that. So we can fit around them if they do get going. It doesn't mean that we can't start yet.
So you look after the orchard as well?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew you looked after the length of the.
They've been all along, although not much has been done recently. Emma and I went down there not long ago having a go, and it is a bit overgrown at the moment.
In the Fringe Week, on the Monday, we are having an event, a picnic at Bertie's, which is basically a gathering of the volunteers for the Railway Conservation Group. And we're meeting with the chair again of the Midshires Orchard Group, basically to try and get some more volunteers, to get people to learn about the orchard. But it's a friendly event, and I think maybe we might get some pictures of the orchard then and stuff like that we could use for this.
Okay, great. Thank you, Brad.
I would think that work on what they're doing on the Railway Walk and the word's gone out of my head. The scenic walk, that's the one. Thank you. It's nesting season, isn't it? So they can't be doing tree works in nesting season. Disturbing that. So
So I guess it must be like August because they can't do it till then.
Yeah. But I should imagine that Lee, as you said, has got updates on it.
They could sort out the path that's become a stream, connecting the scenic walk with the new estate on some percent of Gold's estate. Because something's happened when they redid those houses in that the spring now runs basically through the gate. I mean that needs to. That's not for. No, I know
this agenda, is it?
It's not this
really.
No. Okay, so all okay with that? Shall we formally discuss all of that and agree on that? Just to say, I propose we accept the plan with the changes that we've discussed.
Yeah.
Seconded by Brad. Okay, fine, Rebecca.
Oh, sorry.
You've got really by consensus here.
We got a majority anyway.
Okay, right. Next item on the agenda then is the audio newsletter. Well, we've already touched on this. Are we agreed that Robina should record the next newsletter?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Great, super. Thank you very much, Robina. Okay, the next item is the Discover Buckingham TikTok. And there's obviously a report on this. I'm going to scroll down to it now. Right. So basically, we're being asked to recommend the approval of the creation of a Discover Buckingham TikTok. Anna, do you want to talk us through this?
Yes, basically, I have been in the past, well, this year, 2026, I've been using the Discover Buckingham Instagram and Facebook quite a lot to do some posts which are separate to things directly done by the town council, but basically promoting things around Buckingham, events that we have on. It's also really beneficial to promote our local businesses, our parks, basically promoting tourism to Buckingham. One of my goals when I started to do this was I really wanted to change. You can get quite technical on social media, looking at your age range and the gender of people that view your content and things like that. So I really wanted to make a nice diverse age range of people viewing our content, which the more that I've been posting and making short form videos, as well as just standard image posts, the views have been going up quite heavily. And there's been a lot of positive feedback from members of the community, people from a wider Buckinghamshire area. I think it's also a very helpful way of reaching things like people like students or other people that may not engage with our main social media channels as heavily as they would with these other channels. The main reason I would like to suggest that we open a TikTok channel as well is currently it wouldn't really change the workload that I'm doing, as I would just share the same videos that I've already made for the Instagram and Facebook onto TikTok, so it wouldn't be a big change in my role at all. But also TikTok reaches a different age range as well to Instagram and Facebook, with more younger people using it. And I do think that if younger people were to see videos of their local area portrayed in this light, it might boost a sense of, I don't know, local identity to them, or it could also work well to promote our tourism if there's other younger people looking on there. I just think it might be a way that we could reach a different audience, but with the stuff we already have anyway. So it's a bit of a win-win situation, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Anna. I'm convinced. Anybody else? Jane?
Oh, sorry, no, Robina's first.
Oh, sorry, Rita.
Yeah, I just wanted to commend Anna for the great work she's done on this. I mean, the views from February to March, I don't know what you did there. Was there a real first round on
used? The account, basically, these statistics I used are a bit. The account wasn't being used very heavily since the changeover of staff that we've had recently.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like no matter what I posted, the views were going to go up.
Because there are accounts where people do post and still hardly have any views.
Yeah.
So you've done a great job on that. And I think it's definitely going the right way. And I agree with everything you're saying, that if you're making reels for Instagram, because I think people post their TikTok reels on Instagram as well. So the video has already been formatted and it's easy to put on both platforms. And I totally agree with younger people taking more of an interest in this. And I'm also very sad that I'm now in the final percentile.
Oh, I guess I'm outside in that percentile.
That was just what I found on Instagram. So those aren't the statistics from Facebook. It's just the Instagram. So
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Rita.
So thank you, Anna.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. I'm laughing because about 2 years ago when I first came on this group, I said we should try TikTok, and everyone went, so I was ahead of the game. I mean, I didn't quite know what TikTok was. And I'm definitely a Facebook generation, but no, I think it's wonderful. I've seen, because your Instagram, sorry, the reels come up on Facebook and the reels. So it is amazing how it all just interconnects. So it is the same work, but different channels, but it's really good. And I don't know, I mean, I was thinking, I do quite a lot of work with the university capacity, but there are a lot of students over there, they're very good. Some of the stuff they're producing for themselves, obviously, but there's some very good people to perhaps share some ideas with over there. and perhaps help. We're going to Black Lives Matter. We've got lots of students from all over the world, and that's a real part of our community. And that'd be quite nice to see whether you could do something with. So, I mean, I was talking to a whole gang of people from, I would say, all over the world, looking at them, and they all came from Canada, but all over the world, but they're all living in Canada. So there's lots to go at in our community. So I absolutely commend what you're doing. Thank you.
Okay, well, I think that's agreed, or Fran.
I was gonna either propose or second that we support Anna to do this,
Okay.
and
Second.
recommend
All right.
approve it, yeah.
Okay, so Fran proposed, Rowena seconded. Vote. Great. Okay, thank you, Anna. All right, the next item on the agenda is the review of the banner policy. Again, there's a report on this at the end of the document. Who's written this and would you like to talk through?
Yeah, I've just suggested some changes. Firstly, the banner policy hasn't been reviewed for some time. And secondly, it has some old contact details on it.
Okay.
So it seemed like a good time to just have a look at the policy in general.
Okay.
So there's not a huge amount of changes really. Obviously the contact details being important. I think I've put something in there about we often get requests from organisations which could be construed as commercial, and there's a bit of a grey line, bit of a grey area as to whether they're, you know, are we allowed to display this banner? So I've sort of added a bit about considering such requests on a case-by-case basis. So I think there was the psychic fair, which I think somebody has mentioned in the past, whether that's something that falls within our banner policy. So I think if we can look at each request on a case-by-case basis, you know, we've still got sort of control over that to some degree. And what else was
The last panel on the railings.
Yes, we've had a chap complain about it blocking the visibility.
I agree.
I do as
You
well.
would, wouldn't you?
I do walk over there.
Yeah.
So I've put in a bit about not using the final space of the railings.
Thank you, Drew. Okay, thoughts? Anybody? Go on, Martin.
Absolutely commend it. I think it's a good uplift. Thank you very much.
Okay, anybody else? Fran?
I'm going to come back to Arcadian Opera again on this. They are based in, most of them in Buckingham. They're not for profit, but because they hold their events at Stowe, because that's the only suitable theatre space for performing opera in the area. It's been deemed that they're not allowed to advertise on our railings, and I think that there needs to be a little bit more leeway with groups such as them.
I've looked at this recently actually because we've had a request by, I don't think it was that organisation, but another organisation who are putting on an event at Stowe, but they're all Buckingham based. And looking through the calendar, we have allowed Stowe events to be publicised on the banner. But theoretically, we shouldn't allow that because they are out of our parish. So whether there's a sort of another case-by-case basis, you know, it does open it up. If we say banners from other parishes are allowed, you know, where do we have to draw the line somewhere?
Okay.
I'm just thinking, is there a registered address for the Arcadian Opera that's in Buckingham?
I don't know.
No. I'm just thinking if they've got a basis in
Yeah.
Buckingham, they happen to be using the Roxburgh Theatre, that would make it clearer, wouldn't it? But I think common sense also creeps in. If it's a Buckingham-based organisation,
I think that's what I've been doing sort of up until now, just using a bit of common sense as, okay, if they're on the boundary of our parish and it's an event that is for the community.
Feels like it's for, if it looks like it's for Buckingham, it feels like it's for Buckingham.
Yeah.
Okay, views on this? I have some views on some of these points, but in the second, convenient.
Yeah, I think it's something which, I think if it's a group where nearly everyone is from Buckingham, and it's, once you blur that boundary line and do it case by case, where are we going to stop? There has to be some sort of criteria for allowing the select few. So we need to come up with that criteria. Either they have, you know, their base address in Buckingham or something, because then, you know, it's open to everyone then.
Could we do a radius, like within a 2-mile radius?
Well, there is already a radius like that in legislation.
Mm.
You can be a councillor here in Buckingham if you live within 3 miles of the
Boundary,
How far is Stowe?
Yeah.
it's
Well,
well, it's within,
Yeah.
within,
Yeah,
I live in Dudley, so,
It's clearly okay. So we could say that we would accept adverts from organisations that are based within 3 miles in the way that councillors can be within 3 miles. Ravina?
And not only organisations, their events need to be within 3 miles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Events
Yeah.
and organisations
But
within 3 miles.
Can I just add, because that still opens up a really wide area and lots of villages and, you know, do we always give priority to Buckingham-based businesses and events? Because even a 3-mile radius all the way around Buckingham covers a lot of little villages and small towns and stuff, so.
Yes. So,
Well, that's actually what I was going to say. Do we have only we have a finite amount
Yeah.
of banner space?
Yeah.
So I think leaving the case by case basis, but having this criteria to underpin it allows us to keep an element of control in there, because we will not be able to satisfy the need.
Yeah.
okay.
it's on a first come first served basis, basically.
Yeah.
And priority given to events that are actually in Buckingham.
Those two might conflict with each
They
other.
might,
they
they
will.
can find
Those are two criteria
Yeah.
that could rather.
No. So events outside of the actual parish of Buckingham would have to be on a case by case basis with the priority given. But if there's no bookings for the banner slots for Buckingham based things, it could be opened out to other groups on
it depends how efficient people are at ringing to book. So for example, Stowe, I'll just use Stowe as an example. They may have their events planned for a year, 18 months. So they could book a year, 18 months in advance.
Yeah.
But some of our small groups in Buckingham may not plan like that. So we would ultimately by default be giving Stowe preference because they've booked for
particularly the Arcadian Opera, because that's who's come to me with the issues over it, because they used to be allowed to put their banners up and then it was stopped. They are hiring Stowe for this event. It's not a Stowe event.
No, I didn't mean it in that way.
No, we understand.
Yeah.
Ravina, you want to say something?
Yeah. It does get really complex because Buckingham-based events should always be given priority, and businesses and people and groups who are based in Buckingham. So
I'm just
Ravina finish.
yeah, so obviously if events are being held in other, you know, venues, those venues profit from those events and whatever income is generated. So none of that money comes back into Buckingham as such. So it will have to be a case by case basis, but I think it is a really difficult criteria to ensure. And it is a good point. Places like Stowe and their venues and hiring out are booked years in advance sometimes. So, you know, small groups around here can't book that far in advance.
Hang on, Fran. Zoe.
I was just thinking as a solution, could it be that if it's not a Buckingham, the case by case thing has to stay in. If it's not a Buckingham based registered address, whichever criteria we put on it, and the slot is free 10 days before the requirement. So we've given the Buckingham people the first dab of the thing. So say, I'll just use Stowe again. If they ring 3 weeks before, say they can have it, we can't guarantee that till 10 days before because we don't know if we've got a spot.
Sorry, so that again,
So you've got a spot on the 1st of June that's available, but you want to prioritise Buckingham events, so you won't let another person put their banner up until 10 days before to give Buckingham events the full opportunity to go in first. So they could only have it up on 10 days before to give it that opportunity. I don't know another way of filtering it where.
No, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but 10 days is a very short period of time between events. It's not really enough for them to sell tickets and whatever. So
Then
this is why it's so complex.
Fran?
We're using Stow's a commercial entity. It would be Stow advertising their specific events would be commercial advertising, which would need planning permission from Buckinghamshire Council. So I don't think using Stow as a thing.
So,
However, if people are hiring a part of Stow for a particular event, which is not for profit, or non-profit organisation organising it, I believe that we should have the ability to grant it if it's possible.
I think we've agreed that, it's more a question of.
But I'm just saying, I'm like using commercial events as in, well, Stow will have their calendar of events like 12 months in advance and they'll book it all up. Stow is a commercial organisation.
Stow School is a commercial organisation, Stow Events is a commercial organisation, Stow National Trust is not, it's a charity. Stow National Trust have a whole heap of events going on in the gardens there, and everything else, so I think there is that issue as well. Okay, so you wanted to.
You said what I was trying to say. I was literally just using Stow as a location that would fulfil that 3-mile radius,
Okay.
not as a commercial entity.
Okay, Martin.
So I like the idea of a time scale. So those outside Buckingham or having them outside of the parish of Buckingham have to wait until a certain time scale to see whether the local people having it in Buckingham. 10 days is far too short. It needs to be something like 2 months or something like that. If the people in Buckingham that are having their event in Buckingham and want to advertise it in Buckingham haven't got their acts together 2 months before the event, well, you know, let it go. You know, that's, I would say.
Okay, so
But it's longer than 10. I just put 2 months. We may say 3 months, you know, whatever, but it needs to be a month sort of, you know.
Okay, I know from experience, trying to create a process in a committee format like this never works. It needs someone to go away and work this through.
Agreed.
The principle is that we prioritise events that are based in and will be performed in some shape or form within the town parish. Given that principle, if there then becomes scope for organisations that are doing things within 3 miles of our perimeter, we will allow for that, but not to overrule the first principle.
Agreed.
So we need a process with time suggestions that you're putting forward, Martin, that would allow that to occur. So it's all reasonable. Everyone has enough notice to do this. We take into account that local groups may not be as organised and so on, but we try and find a way in which those two principles can be managed.
Yeah.
We'll come back to the commercial stuff in a second. So is that agreed with everybody? Yeah? Marina?
Yeah, just on the back of what Martin said, which I agree with, you know, 2 months seems to be sufficient time, in my opinion. But just to make it even easier, we should just do like the 40 working day rule. So that's, you know, 8 weeks in advance. So there's no other confusion.
Okay. So I think Drift et al.
Yeah.
You have to go away and come back with a process for this. That accommodates those two principles. But we have agreed, we will now fully agree
Well,
this.
do you want me to work with Trips then?
That would be great, Martin. Yeah.
And then we can knock some ideas out, can't we?
Perfect.
Put it down and we can go, you know, this is it, you know.
Yeah.
Let's think about that. Because you probably know the type of requests that are coming in, so we can work with those and what we've done in the past and stuff like that. Yeah,
So we'll do that, and we'll need, that'll then have to come back.
agreed. Next time we have.
Well,
a meeting.
if you at the next meeting, we can't make a decision, of course, because obviously we meet informally in between times. You'll have to be wait until the next but one meeting of this
But
committee.
we can agree with this policy at this moment and then.
Well, no, we can't, because it's not included, is it?
It is included.
Not the 3 mile thing.
No. But we can include it as it's been amended, with all the extras in, and then we can amend it again. Yeah.
Would need to go to resources anyway, wouldn't it? So
True.
can we have it that we are agreeing it with the amendments and then it can go to resources without coming back here?
No.
Okay, no,
It's
it's fine,
gotta come
it's
back
fine.
in, it's our
Okay.
policy, gotta come back here. But the policy, I don't agree with the policy, by the way. There's-
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
don't agree with, I don't agree with psychic fairs and crafts fairs. Those are money-making concerns.
That's where the grey
They
area
are,
is.
no, that's not grey. If they're a charity organising it, fine, but they're not charities.
Is it a community event though? It's for the.
Well, all events are community events because the community can attend,
Yeah.
but they're money-making events.
Yeah, they don't really fall into what I would call community events, organised by local communities, like charity-based or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
for the benefit of the local community.
If the Red Cross were organising something
Yeah,
and were making money for the Red Cross, fine, that's a charity. But blogs and company who bring together these various craft makers, who knows how they make any money from it, but there we go. And then they charge them the amounts and so on, that's a money-making affair. It's commercial, so in my view, no.
Okay.
I'm very clear on that, Heather.
I agree with that. And if there is ever to be a psychic fair again, can you please spell psychic correctly? Both times there.
didn't see that one coming.
Aside from that, I was going to ask about open days for school admissions because they appear quite often on the banners, and some of those are private schools, and therefore I
No.
was convinced they were.
Most of them.
We have private schools advertising.
Well,
Yeah,
Thornborough, I think. I'm sure I've seen.
In the past, maybe, but not since we've had this policy.
Not in my time, I don't
Okay,
think, but I
maybe
have.
No, in the
Yeah,
past,
no, you have.
this is one of the reasons we brought in this policy, to be very clear on that. Any money-making outfit does not get use of this
Right.
unless the money is going in to a charity.
Okay.
A charity, a proper charity, not a fake charity, but a proper charity, as it was. There are fake charities. So,
Just to say, there are people who will throw a banner up with no permission and then
Yeah.
goes and takes them down. So that if something gets put up with zero permission, it's removed. So if something's glimpsed up and it shouldn't be there, we'll take it down.
okay. All right. Let's see if we scroll through then, the adjustments that are made, we're actually looking at the policy itself, so we're on page, whatever it is, page 8, I think. So looking at policy, looking at the yellow and blue, agree with town council, agree with the change of email address and call, whatever, yeah, that's all okay, events as a one-off, and one-off, a one-off, that's what it is. Right, 2.2,
If it's one off, it needs to be occasions.
As one-off occasions, yes.
Otherwise, it's a one off occasion.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've done that in error, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
You can either leave the A in or
Yeah.
put an F on.
oh, well, to delete the A then, it just
Yeah.
becomes occasions, events are defined as one-off occasions.
Yeah.
Martin?
I was just going to say, I'd like to be excused for the rest of the meeting now. Got another thing to go to.
That's okay,
It's all
all
right.
right, thanks for coming.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, we come to 2.2. We're basically listing all of that. The delete 2.2, sorry, Drew. It's evil.
That's fine then.
So delete 2.2.
I think We can keep some of it.
No.
Custody shows. It should just say banner requests must not constitute tax standard commercial advertising for day-to-day business operations. That would be fine to leave that in. And take away the.
Sorry, which?
2.2.
There's one clue.
It could just read banner requests detailing must not constitute standard commercial advertising for day-to-day business operations.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we go
So
back
just
to
take
the
stuff out of the-
event. And from event to and in the next one line, delete all of that. So it simply reads, as you're suggesting, banner request detailing a general community event must not constitute standard commercial advertising or day-to-day business
Yeah.
operations. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, got that. Okay, 3.1 is going to have to be adjusted, but for the time being, let's leave it as is. Because we're actually changing 3.1 effectively to the 3 mile limit, but let's you guys work on that and then bring that back for another change. But at the moment, we'll leave it as it is.
Chair, can I just check?
Go on.
2.1, if 2.2, if you're taking out the most of the wording of 2.2, are you losing the bit about things being within the parish?
There's nothing about actually 2.2.
Yeah, there is.
That was,
So it says such events must be a one-off occasion location within the parish, but we're altering
You're gonna,
other bits of it, aren't we?
if you take that out for the moment, you're exposed. Until you've actually agreed the new one.
okay.
Well, the policy remains as is until we agree the new one anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we
And the
change it now,
policy,
it's not what-
the policy as is
Within the
it's
parish.
within the parish.
Okay,
isn't
this is where it gets complicated.
Yeah.
Adjusting something in verbal session.
I know,
actually in writing.
I know, so that's why I just.
I don't think we can sign off on this today.
No,
Sorry, I
no,
don't
no.
think we can do that.
Yeah.
We really can't. There's too much to change here, but we
Yeah.
get the talking about. Sorry, Triff, it's a little bit back the drawing board.
Yeah.
No, that's fine, it's a start. It's caught our attention.
Yeah.
Okay,
At least we've got some sort of guidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A basis for you to
Yeah.
make the changes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully that's helpful.
Yeah, really helpful.
Yeah.
okay, so 3.1 is okay. 4.1 is okay. 4.4 is okay. 4.7 is okay. That's sort of just thanks to
Yeah.
okay, so taking into account, for the time being, we're not going to accept this policy, it's not going to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll stick with the existing policy as it is. And we will bring back a revised version to the meeting next one. We can have a look at the next version of the informal version of this.
Yeah.
But we can't sign off on it until the next one meeting. Heather,
I wonder if we might agree the change of contact details now and then sort out the rest later, because otherwise there's an out-of-date contact on the policy.
Bethany no longer being with us.
well, that's very true, yeah, it does make sense to agree that.
Yeah.
Can we do
Okay.
it?
Okay, let's agree to the change in 1.1,
Okay.
but other than that, it needs to be looked at again.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Zoe, you want to say something?
I just wanted to think about the 4.4 where it says a maximum of 2 banners per organisation at each location. If we're opening it up to so many more people, do we want one person having 2 spaces? It just seems that we're losing spots
Revenue.
when we've got more people we can potentially have. I'm just
Yeah.
putting it out there as a thought, that's all.
Okay, good point.
Yeah.
That could go to provision as well.
Yeah.
But we are agreeing. We're not agreeing any of the changes apart from 1.1.
Agreed.
Okay, I propose that. Seconded by Fran. Hands up. Okay. Right,
Well done.
we go. But we will come back, we will look at that again. Okay, I think we're near the end of the agenda now. Chair's items, I don't have any information only. So we are meeting next at 2 o'clock. But now we're meeting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, not 1 o'clock.
From now on.
From now on,
Oh, okay.
Those are checked with Claire. The timing of the meeting is not down to us to decide it. That's within the clerk's gift to decide that, and we have informally agreed it anyway. So 2 o'clock will be the next meeting, and that will be via Zoom informally, and then the next full meeting like this one around the table will be on the 10th of September at 2 o'clock. Okay, I think that means we're done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So the Zoom is at 2 o'clock as well?
Yeah.
Because. I was trying to